guys. Hey, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Oh, I see it. Some people on here already. I try to be a little early. I try to be prompt with my lives. So, welcome everybody. Let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Tell me where you're from. I'm on here on a Tuesday. We going up on a Tuesday, right? I'm usually here on Sundays, but I don't think I'm going to be able to come on this Sunday just because it's my granny's birthday this weekend, and granny is turning 100. So I probably won't be on here Sunday. So I said, might as well, let's come on here on a Tuesday, right? So let me know if you can hear me, see me, if I'm coming through loud and clear. You guys tried to come on a few minutes early. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Y'all, I've been working all day on this new course for you all. I've gotten so many emails. Y'all are so nice and sweet. Let me know if you can hear me and see me, you guys. Welcome. Look, let me put this in the chat. Welcome. Welcome. It is Tuesday. You're watching on your TV? Like I'm on the TV? In Texas? James in Texas. Welcome, you guys. Y'all tell me where you're from. I don't know why I'm in the singing mood. Probably because I have been recording literally all day this new course for you all. And I will update you on that so we can talk about that because I've gotten so many emails, you guys. So many emails. I think a lot of y'all came from the masterclass. Like that was one of the biggest master classes I've ever had this past Thursday. It was really good, right? I think everybody enjoyed it. I hope you learned something in that master class. Florida, Tampa, look at Daytona Beaches. Everybody from Florida? What's going on? I think that's a sign that I need to move to Florida. I think that's what that is. That is a sign that I need to move to Florida, honestly. So come on in. Welcome, everybody. Atlanta, Georgia. Next week, what is this? Is next week the first week of the month? Let me look at the calendar real quick. Next week is, no, so your auctions won't be till May 7th, the auctions in Georgia, because Georgia and Texas, they auction the first Tuesday of the month. So your auctions are May 7th, right? North Dakota. I feel like when I say some states, I have to say it with like an accent. North Dakota and Wisconsin. When anybody's on here from Wisconsin, I'm always like, Wisconsin. I feel like you have to say it like that. And Milwaukee, you got to say it like that. I'll leave the accents alone. Clearly, that's not my strong suit. Florida, Plantation, Florida. Anybody from Placida, Florida? That's where they got the zip codes with the most foreclosures right now. Placida, Florida, right now has one of the top 10 zip codes in the United States, right? Newark, New Jersey. That's right. Y'all are on the list too. Newark, New Jersey. Let's talk about the houses that are on the zip codes. I got choked up. That are on the top 10 because I hadn't heard of any of them, but a lot of people were like, these are little small rural counties, right? Y'all got to bear with me. I have been recording videos all day. All day. We will talk about that as we go on. Let me jump in on this introduction in case it's the first time you've ever seen me before, you guys. My name, I'm so goofy, is Ashley Pickens. I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee, you guys. I have been in real estate since 2006. 2006. Some of y'all might have been born in 2006. Who knows, right? I've been in real estate since 2006 as a real estate agent, then as a real estate broker over a firm with agents. But most of you know me because I'm an auctioneer. I say going once, going twice, sold at the courthouse here in Shelby County, which is Memphis, parts of Mississippi. Sometimes I'm in Nashville, and usually I'm like in the rural counties. They just send me to the little rural counties, right? Here in the Southwest area. So yes, I auction off foreclosures, and I just started making videos about how to buy properties at the auction. Because honestly, y'all, let me tell you the truth. When they called me and told me that when they called me and asked me if I wanted to be an auctioneer, I was like, I don't know how to do that. Right? I'm like, I'm licensed as a real estate agent, right? So then I hopped on YouTube and I'm like, but look, I'm always going to say yes. And then I'm going to figure it out, right? So of course I'm like, okay. But I'm like, I don't know how to do this, right? So then I get on YouTube and I start typing in like auctioneer, like real estate auction, what I'm supposed to do, and there was literally nothing, literally nothing. So I had to let Jesus take the wheel, right? And I figured it out. And then once I figured it out, then I started sharing videos with everybody on YouTube with how to buy a house at the auction. And then I think that's where a lot of you all found me. I started making videos. I have over 300 videos on YouTube now, how to buy houses at the auction, all kinds of foreclosure information and stuff like that. So that is a little bit about me. Yes. So let's jump in. I see everybody in North Dakota, Milwaukee, Plantation, Newark, New Jersey, Memphis, St. Louis, New Jersey, South Carolina. Welcome. I love to see where y'all are from. I love to find out what's going on where you are, try to give you some information on foreclosures and real estate wherever you are, right? I don't know the whole world, but at least I know a little bit about some things, right? I don't know all the things, but I know a little bit about at least most things when it comes to the distressed market. Connecticut, y'all were on the top 10 commercial foreclosures. Connecticut was. Boom. Newark, New Jersey, you were on the top 4 zip codes, right? Y'all want to talk about it? Let's jump into, did y'all see Express file bankruptcy? Not Express, right? I grew up going to Express. They done filed bankruptcy. I just thought I should throw that out there. I just saw the article that Express, y'all know, like Express and Limited, in the Gap and all that. I don't know. Express just filed bankruptcy. Times are hard. Look, it's going to be a lot of companies filing bankruptcy and jobs going under and all that. So get ready. Save your coins. Save your coins, right? Even if you got to put them under your mattress, like your grandma said, save your coins, right? Essex County, she gets lots of investors who are also real estate agents. Got you. Brick and mortar. You're right. That's right. And it's so funny because I'm like, I can't believe Express just filed bankruptcy. But then at the same time, like, I haven't been to an Express. I haven't been to a mall in years. Right. So it's kind of like, well, I guess I can believe they're filing bankruptcy because I can't remember the last time I went to the mall, honestly. So, it's shocking. But when I think about my own activities and spending habits, I don't go to the mall either. So it's just like, I get why y'all, it's crazy. But let's talk about, you guys, a couple of things. Thank you to everybody who came to the masterclass, right? That was it. Did y'all come to the masterclass last Thursday? Either the masterclass on Thursday or this past Sunday's live. I've gotten so many new friends to the family. My community has grown and I really, really appreciate it, honestly. But let's jump in. Let's talk about foreclosures, commercial foreclosures. Did y'all see that builder in New York that just filed bankruptcy, brand new unit? Hold on. Let's talk about it. Raleigh, North Carolina. I see you. Let's talk about it. Now that I'm on the computer, I can share my screen because we are fancy. We fancy in here. Oh, is that what it is? Because I'm like, thank you, Nikki. Because I'm like, where did these people come from? I appreciate it. But I'm like I've gotten like almost 3,000 new followers and subscribers. And I didn't know what happened. But I'm grateful and I appreciate it, you guys. And I guess I'm sharing value if you're willing to share it with other people, right? So I really, really, really appreciate it, honestly. And I'll keep coming on here. I'll just keep coming, sharing. And we can just ride this real estate wave together, right? That's the plan. That's why I'm trying to teach you. Um, Yay, I'm so glad you follow me on Instagram. Yay, you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I know some of these gurus are busting y'all heads on these prices too. So I feel like, I remember how I started. I didn't know, things. And I try to teach y'all and teach you what I know and share what I know. And hopefully you execute, right? Don't have me out here wasting my breath and y'all don't execute what I tell y'all to do, right? So thank you. You got 4 pages to know. Come on with your notes and your pencil and your paper. That's what I'm talking about, Kayla. That's what I'm talking about. Let's talk about let's talk about commercial foreclosures, right? We can talk about a bunch of different things tonight. Some of the articles that I read, when I share websites with you, I hope that you bookmark them and save them and maybe go back. I would love if y'all started making foreclosure videos. I would share it on my channel. If you come out with a video, tag me and I will share it on Instagram. Like if it's about foreclosures or something like that in your area, I would definitely share it on my platform, right? That's what I started doing, just reading articles and making videos and sharing them. And y'all, I used to like try to memorize stuff. Like I used to read the articles and then I would try to, I'd be like the top 10 states. And then in my mind, I'd be like California, Florida, Texas. And then now when you watch my videos, I'm just like this. So the top 10 states, reading it straight from the paper at this point. So you guys, it doesn't matter. People value the content. They enjoy what you say. So if you got to read the script, read the paper. It's okay. Just share the information. So I will share with you some of the websites that I look at to get information, and then maybe it will help you. You can save them and go from there. And of course, I will answer any questions when it comes to auctions and foreclosures. So let's go through a couple of sites really quickly that I enjoy looking at and getting information from. So the first video that went viral for me was HUD's website that they put out every single month about how many homeowners are behind on their mortgage. So I'm going to share that site with you. Let me share my screen because, baby, we're fancy now. I can share my screen. You know what I mean? So bookmark some of these sites. I will drop them in the chat so you can see them. Give me 1 second, and then we'll go through some cities, what's going on in your cities. Did anybody go drive through a subdivision and see if it's empty, if these subdivisions are ghost towns? They're saying Austin is really overgrown in Austin, you guys. They're saying builders have overbuilt in Austin. It's a lot of subdivisions that are just ghost towns. Like the builders have just stopped building. Y'all saw Lennar. I told y'all Lennar is laying off. Lennar is one of the biggest home builders in our country. They are laying off quietly. So y'all, these interest rates, and they know that if the interest rates are not going down, then the market is kind of drying up, right? So we talked on Sunday about an investor that is in all 8 properties of his are going up for auction this Thursday. Hold on, let's see if they updated that bid. We can look at that real quick and then we'll look at some other things. I'm about to share my screen with you all. Class is in session, you guys. Class is in session. Investors are getting instant equity in New York. Largest city homeowners are just giving away money by allowing their property to go to auction, and even properties. Y'all need to be reaching out to them. Look at me. Reach out to the people. If you know your people in your city are just walking away from their houses, try to make contact with them, you guys, and see if you can, I don't know, some of y'all wholesale, some of y'all don't. Try to find you a buyer. You know what I mean? Like it might be a property. I mean, unless they just overpaid for it and it's overpriced. You know what I mean? But if it's a good deal, you know what I'm saying? You can get it, hold on to it. Get you some rental properties. Everybody credit about to be messed up. So you might have to do Section 8. You know what I'm saying? It's a plan for everything. We got a plan for everything. So let's check out. Look, hold on. Let me share my screen, you guys. Share your screen. Y'all know how this works. Blink once if you can see it. Blink twice if you can see it. Everybody blinking over there? MK Consultant. Y'all, this is a company that I am contracted through. Everybody knows I'm contracted through I work for the attorneys that work for the banks, right? So I do trustee sales here in Shelby County, and I am contracted to work auction for different trustees here and attorneys here. So thank you, Nikki. So MK Consultants, I threw it in the chat. If you scroll down, if you click on trustee sales and scroll down, this is the week they updated. They update opening bids. They update this every Friday to the following week, you guys. So if you can see on this side, this is the opening bid. This is if it's sold or not this week. Today's the 23rd. Let's see what went up for auction today. A lot of postponements that didn't sell. When the opening bid and this number are the same, it did not sell. That didn't sell. That didn't sell. That didn't sell. 88. This might have sold for a couple. Okay, this one sold in Cumberland, Tennessee. Opening bid was $59,000, sold for $75,000. Okay, but this is, where is it? Boom. This is what we looked at over the weekend on Sunday. This group of properties right here. Everybody who was here on Sunday say, I was here on Sunday. If you weren't here on Sunday, that is okay. So it looks like discovered that these were a group of 8. Y'all, they said solar homes. Hold on. Let me get my face in the screen because I can't see. What are solar homes? I live in Memphis and I'm not crazy, and don't talk about me if you know what like if I think of a solar home, does that mean like it gets electricity is run by the sun? Like y'all don't have electricity, or it's the sun? Like, what does solar, does it just mean that, and y'all, I'm not crazy because you know I'm not. Yay, all my people who were here Sunday. Solar, somebody explain to me what solar means before I Google it. But here they are. It looks like a group of 8 homes. I'm going to put them in the chat so y'all can see. The opening bid is not there yet. Brand new address 2725. Swanston Oak. I told y'all to go reach out to them and try to offer them, see if you can buy one, get one free, since they're about to lose them at the auction. Tab instead. Here they are. Y'all can see. We have solar power, sky power, and you can sky. Was there? Yes, everything. So y'all, so it's not like you talk solar and it tells you better to buy a hybrid electric and solar. Okay. I just didn't know what it like if because I know sometimes people have like solar panels on their house, but it's like a solar home is what they say. That's why I'm like, what's a solar home? So here they are, you guys. If you weren't here on Sunday, it looks like a group of, it says luxury new home development of only 8 semi-custom, high design, high energy, high priced solar homes. So it looks like they could not sell them. They can't sell them. All 8 of them are going up for auction. It looks like on a Thursday. I'm not trying to scroll too fast so y'all can see. We all saw that they had them priced at like 1.2 million, and now they are down to 700, and they keep dropping them by like 10,000. 799, 789, 779. So they are up for auction. Brand new construction in, what is this, Sacramento, you guys? They're all going up for auction this week. So that's what I'm seeing. That is what we're seeing. Look, if you live in, share this. If you live in Sacramento, maybe reach out to them and see if you can buy 3 for the price of 2. I don't know, but they are going up for auction, and I'm seeing a lot of builders that are going up for auction. A lot of new construction. It's a lot of new construction that's going up for auction. These people, I mean, we keep saying the market flipped so quick. The interest rates went up, the market flipped, and now these investors can't get off these properties. And there is a perfect example of that, right? He's got 8 brand new properties, you guys. 8. Share this. Look at them. 8 brand new properties that he built, which you guys hear now, but I guess if he built them a year ago, because now builders aren't building unless they got a buyer. You know what I mean? Unless you got a solid buyer, builders aren't willing to take that chance. But golly, he built 8 houses. So I don't know what his construction loan looking like. And that's what we said. Even if he spent like 500,000 on each of them, and it's 8 of them, what's that, like 4 million? I don't know, but he about to lose all of. It doesn't seem like any. Maybe somebody don't want solar houses. I don't know what's going on in Sacramento. I'll share the list of foreclosures they have here with you on Instagram as well as pictures. Okay, people are filled because they don't know what about. So I can't afford these prices. I know. I've lived in some sort of solar since 2018. So you guys, I don't know, but he built all 8, and all 8 are up for foreclosure on Thursday. So bookmark that site and keep an eye on it. We're gonna see if they sell. Or if you're in Sacramento, go to the auction and see what happened at the auction. You know what I mean? You might can offer them. I don't know, like how much did he pay for each of them? Maybe 300, 500,000 to have them built. He was trying to sell each of them for $1 million. And now he's down to 700. So we will see what happens there, you guys. But that is, I put the link in the chat. Those are some LA, St. Louis, Fresno auctions coming up. I see some St. Louis, Missouri. That's just one site. You know, there's more than one auction site, but that's one of them. But y'all, his feelings gonna be hurt for the whole rest of for the next decade to build 8 houses, take out loan, build 8 houses, and then lose all 8. That'll make you never want to look at a house again, right? I don't even want to look at a house, right? If you lose all 8. So if a relative dies and you can't sell the house when it goes to foreclosure, would it affect the surviving relatives? If a relative dies and you can't sell the house when it goes to foreclosure, so is everybody's name like on the loan? Unless your name is not on the loan, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, that would suck if it's somebody else's money. Chicago. I was born in Chicago, even though I sound like I'm from the deep South. Half the time. Julian, are the heirs like this people, are their names on the loan? You know what I mean? That's what I'm asking, not just because somebody died and they inherited a property. You know what I mean? Are they on the loan for the house? So, that's a question I would ask. If they're not on the loan, you know what I mean? No. But why can't they sell the house? Look, if unless they just owe too much money, it's just not worth the loan, but just drop the price if you can, you know what I mean, to get rid of, you know what I mean? But if they're not on the loan, then you should be fine. Okay, let's talk about another. This is what y'all want to see. This is what y'all like. This is where I get information from. So I would appreciate if y'all would start reading these articles, and then we can all share information together. You know what I mean? Hi, Ashley. Are we allowed to send a person in our place to an auction? But absolutely. You can absolutely. Let's talk about it real quick, because I know that's what y'all want to know too about auctions. So people can bid on your behalf at the auction. It's a lot of, you'll see people on the phone talking to there's foreign investors. There's people who live out of state, out of town investors. And yeah, as long as they have your information, keep in mind, at the auction, I don't give you refunds or deeds at the auction. I make you fill out, let's see if I got one. I do have one right here. A bidder sign-in form. I don't know if you can see it as well. Boom, there it is. Come on, I got to figure out how to do the, camera. So they'll ask for the bidder name, whoever is bidding for you, and the vesting name. The vesting name is the name that goes on the deed, right? So the bidder name could be anybody. It could be your cousin or your uncle or your brother. And then the vesting name is whoever's name is on the deed. Just make sure your address is correct, because deeds and refunds come in the mail. Okay. I don't have change for $100,000 at the courthouse in Memphis, at the courthouse, right? So make sure the trustee or the attorney will send the refunds and deeds to you in the mail. So just make sure all your information is correct. Okay. So yes, people can absolutely bid on your behalf at the auction. I don't know why I'm in the singing mood today, you guys. I don't know. Um, Thank you. I try to make videos that, hopefully you find some value in. That's my goal, or learn something that you didn't already know. So let me share my screen. If you have any auction questions, just throw them out there and I'll answer them. Or if I think of something, I know, and I do not, and I did not get the gift of singing, right? I did not get that gift, but you know, if you think of any other auction questions, let me know and I will jump in and answer them for you, honestly. So let's talk about another site that I think y'all should be familiar with, is where I pull every time you see a video of me on Instagram, on YouTube, I'm pulling from Atom Data, whichever one y'all want to call it. So to be an auctioneer, do you need a real estate license? Some people do. I didn't need one. They called me. Look, I'm telling y'all, they found me on, I don't know where they found me, probably Instagram, and reached out to me and said that the person here who was doing auctions for them relocated and asked if I would be interested in doing auctions for them. And at first I thought they were spam. Like, I was not going to call them back, you guys. Like, I legit wasn't going to call them back. Hold on, so you can see me. And I listened to the voicemail again and I was like, hold on, she said auctions in Memphis. And I was like, let me just see and call her back. And I called them back and she was like, yeah, the person there relocated. Would you be interested in doing auctions? And I was like, I got a real estate license, right? I have not done auctions. And she was like, don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you what to read. Boom, you got this. And I was like, okay, let's keep the party going, right? If you know me, I'm going to say yes and figure it out. Even if I have no idea how it works, I'm going to say yes and figure it out after I say yes. So I encourage everybody to just say yes more and then figure it out, right? Everything is figure outable. Okay, you guys. I got my first $1 million listing off of Instagram. True story. True story. My first $1 million listing came from Instagram. A sports relocation company, a lot of people know the story, reached out to me on Instagram, hopped in the DMs and went down in the DMs and was like, do you know like any luxury agents there in Memphis? And I'm like, but I didn't have any $1 million listings at that point, right? And so I was like, well, I thought about it for a second because I was like, ooh, is this a trick question? Like, God, are you trying to send me, like, do I really refer this, whatever it is? And I didn't know what it was, right? The first initial question was, are you familiar with any luxury agents there? Are you familiar with? And at that point, like I said, I didn't have any $1 million listings at that point. And so I was like, what should I say? And so I reached out and I was like, I would be happy to help you. You know what I mean? Like, I just stepped out there and said, I'd be happy to help you with whatever listing it is. Right. And they were like, okay, here's the listing. Let's hop on a call. Boom. Y'all, the listing ended up being, all you basketball people, Rudy Gay, who used to play for the Grizzlies. It was his house here in Memphis. I think he plays for the Clippers now, or he's in LA now. Rudy Gay. I got his listing, his house. And y'all, it had been on the market for like a year. It had been on the market for a year. Their agent could not sell it and they wanted to go in a different direction. They called me, reached out to me, and I said yes. I got the listing and I was like, okay, I don't know. Like, it's my first $1 million listing. And when I tell you, like, the stars and God, that was the same year that our basketball coach, the Memphis Tigers, that's the same year Tubby Smith got transferred to the Memphis Tigers as our basketball coach. His wife saw the video on social media of the house, reached out and was like, we want to come see the house. So your girl sold Rudy Gay, Memphis Grizzlies, $1 million house, to Tubby Smith, the Memphis basketball head coach. And that is how I got my first $1 million listing, straight from Instagram. and it went down, and it was all in the New York Times, the LA Times, everything. And that is exactly how it happened. That's why I tell people to promote on social media. You never know who's watching, you just never know. And boom, that was my first $1 million listing. And I just figured it out, right? I had no idea. $1 million listing. I'm like, everything is figure outable, one foot in front of the other. And I got through that. And so when they call me about the auction here years later, I'm like, I'm gonna figure it out. Yes, I'll do it. I'll figure it out. So yeah, he did. He played for the Spurs right before Memphis. Yep. So that is what happened. So yes, you would hold you would wholesale an auction property after you purchase it and you're the successful bidder. Okay, so a lot of people ask me that about if you can wholesale auction properties. Keep in mind, I mean, if you are a wholesaler with that kind of cash on you, keep in mind at the auction, I need the complete amount of cash at the end of the auction. As soon as you get the winning bid, I say going once, twice, sold. I see all the hallelujah hands. I know, right? God is good. We just walking by faith out here. So yes. So I encourage everybody to just to say yes, do it scared, do it afraid, do it nervous. Just still say yes and figure it out. One foot in front of the other, right? I could have been stressed out about how was it going to sell? Oh my gosh. One foot in front of the other. Let me get the listing. Let me get the listing agreement. Let me take the pictures. One foot in front of the other. And that is what I tell people who are in foreclosure. If you all start working with people in foreclosure, when you talk to them, they are so worried about their house going up for auction. They're so worried about losing their house. And I always tell people, I'm like, one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. You are worried about your auction that is 30 days away. Let's just, let's talk about tomorrow. Let's get on the phone with the bank and figure out what our next step is. You are all the way in next month worried about, I'm going to be homeless, they're going to take my house, and let's focus on tomorrow. Let's see if we can work something out before the auction date, you guys. So that's what I tell people who are in foreclosure. If you talk to them, try to get them focused on tomorrow, not 30 days when their auction is scheduled, right? Let's one foot in front of the other. One foot in front of the other. That's what I tell people, y'all. I'm like, we are going to go until they say no, right? If we got to talk to the bank. We will try to sell the house. We will do what we have to do. We will go until they say no. Okay. So I encourage you to do the same in your life. Who knew I was going to preach on Tuesday? Who knew I was preaching on Tuesday, right? It's going up on a Tuesday. So back back to your question about wholesaling auction properties. You guys, I have to have that cash as soon as, look, back to the business. I got to have the cash in the complete amount as soon as the auction is over, right? So wholesalers, when you think of a typical wholesale process, the wholesaler does not put any money up, right? In that typical wholesale transaction. So I don't know, like you can't lock up a property with me at the auction without some coins, right? Because I need your money as soon as the auction is over. Not a deposit, not a earnest money, not a pre-approval, none of that. I need the entire amount as soon as the auction is over. So I don't know how you would wholesale it per se. You could buy it for cheap and then sell it. But when I think wholesaling, you don't put up that money. You know what I mean? I hope that answers your question on that. What is your strategy to figure out how much cash to bring to an auction? So first, let me plug by saying I made an entire auction accelerator course that teaches you everything about buying at the auction, including how to do your repair bid and all of that. But the strategy would for sure be, you've got to look, hold on, I got to think about this because there is a strategy that goes with that. Because you have to calculate your repair amount, you have to calculate your profit amount and all of that. Hold on, let me show you something. I hope y'all don't mind when I do this. Look, I'm just going to share with you really quickly this screen that might help you really quickly. Look, Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today. If you don't want to learn about auctions in this moment, go get you something to drink and come on back, okay? And then we can pick up where we left, and I'll answer somebody else's question. I'm about to share my screen just for you, Ewell Williams. This is going to be just for you. You'll appreciate this. Boom. Can everybody see my screen? Blink once if you can see my screen. Blink twice if you can see my screen. Yep, y'all can see it. Okay, this is my actual accelerator course. Can y'all believe I'm taking you through this real quick? I'm not going to take you all the way through it. I'm just going to find you the slide that kind of gives the breakdown of how you calculate your bid. But this is my course, honestly. Y'all, I mean, but it's videos, and I teach you how to do a title search, and I teach you all of the things that you need to learn. Boom. Can y'all see my screen? Look at that. Look at me you can imagine me as a teacher, right? Teaching a course. So I don't know what y'all can see. Okay, y'all can see. Boom. Let's make this a little bigger. I'm going to walk you through this just a little bit. But usually to calculate your max bid, the recipe, because Ashley is the chef as well as the real estate agent and the auctioneer, calculate your ARV. So you need to pull comps, right? Calculate after repair value if you're going to sell it, minus any real estate commissions. Repairs, keep in mind you cannot see the inside of the property, right? So you are going to have to calculate repairs based on what you can see. This is your due diligence period, like exterior repairs, roof, siding, windows, things like that. You can calculate those repairs. Auction properties, you cannot see the inside of them. REO properties, which are auction properties that did not sell and went back to the bank. REO properties, you can see the inside of. Auction properties, you cannot. So calculate repairs if there's any liens on that house. Past due taxes, keep in mind past due taxes are not included in the winning bid. So you need to do your due diligence before you come see me. Then if somebody's living in it, keep in mind you can't see the inside of the property because it might be people living in it. So hopefully they go for cash for keys. If they do not, then you will have to have them evicted. Closing costs, and then profit. You know how much profit, and that'll kind of give you your max bid when it comes to buying at the auction. Hold on, stop share. So I have a coupon code. It is $72 with the coupon code. Use code thank you, you guys. But y'all couldn't see the screen? Could y'all not see the screen? Y'all didn't see the screen, y'all? Bye, Nikki. Did y'all not see the screen? Do you think the bank will let me change my payment due date? I've been in my home for 3 years. Call them and ask them. You know what I mean, Sid? Call them and ask them. Right now, banks do not want to take your property back, honestly. They don't. Call them and communicate. If you don't hear anything else that I say, communicate with the bank. Communicate with your lender and tell them what's going on. I'm sure they would rather hear they got 1 million people not responding to them. Trust and believe they would like to hear, okay, can I pay on this date? Nope. Make sure you say, I tell everybody in the mentorship, when you talk to people, I tell homeowners, when you talk to the bank, tell them to notate my account that I called. I don't care if you call 3 times, 9 times, 12 times. Notate my account that I called, right? So you can get a paper trail going, everything, because these calls are recorded for training purposes, right? Notate that I called, right? And notate that we discussed this and I said I'm gonna pay on this date, and boom, make sure you have a paper trail. Got it? So, welcome. So could y'all see the link? I hope y'all could see it was blurred the whole time. Was it blurred? Was it blurred on everybody's end? Tell me if it was blurred. Some people are like, yeah, it was blurred. Some people are like, no, it was not blurred. Yes, paper trail is a must. Yes. Only in screen share mode. So could y'all see the little recipe that I was cooking up? Hold on, I'm gonna make it bigger again. And then, because I'm still trying to make sure that y'all can see my screen when I do this. Um, let's try one more time. And boom, boom. Blink once if you can see, blink twice. So there it is again. If you missed it, y'all can screenshot it. If you want this slide, send it to me. But let me show you. I'll show you my auction accelerator course. I walk you through how to do a title search, how to find properties, every single thing, how to calculate repairs when you can't see them, everything. So I think